Hello Year 13s, welcome to a quick tutorial video just talking about how we are going to work the next little while you're enjoying your time at home and getting started now. Our work for DTC is going to be done on your personal computers, and there's actually a fair bit that you need to do in order to get set up to be able to do it. We'll have a quick run through now some of those steps. The first thing you're going to have to do is you're going to have to install Python onto your machine. If it's a Mac or if it's Windows, it shouldn't matter either way. There are a couple of tutorial videos on YouTube. If you're really stuck, I will link to those below. And so you need to go download that and get yourself set up. The next thing I suggest you do is you get PyCharm. Now, so far we've been working on MuPy, and we've been tolerating it, but if we all get PyCharm now and all start to learn that system, everything should go a little bit better for us. I have been using something called Atom so far on my Mac, and that's worked really well for me. I'm going to swap over to PyCharm so that we're all working on the same system. Cool. Couple more things I want you to get out and download. First is OneDrive. I'm going to swap everything which is currently on the K drive. I'm going to put it onto OneDrive so it's easier for you to access. You can access everything on the K drive right now through File Vista, which is of course on the KiriKiri website, and you can just get into the File Vista using your regular school logon. But I'm going to swap it onto OneDrive. You all have access to that already. If you want to download it onto the computer, a couple of extra little features will make your life a bit easier. You don't have to. You can keep using it in your browser. That is fine. But if you'd like to download it, it's there. Same thing with OneNote. Now, you may have gotten an email that says that I have set up a class OneNote. There's not much happening on there yet. Go away. But there's going to be a lot more. That's going to be our main landing page for everything we do. And so you can download OneNote just like OneDrive, and it's got some extra features, or you can keep using it in Chrome or on your browser, and that should work fine. Next thing. If you don't have your files, if you didn't grab your files, can you please let me know? Send me an email and we'll try to sort something else out for continuing on with our project. But there's a couple of other things you can do while you're enjoying your time at home. Some of the things we have already talked about in class, but just a reminder, some of the things that you might like to try. First of all, there's this really good TKinter course on YouTube. There's a lot of really good YouTube tutorials out there. This one I particularly enjoyed. You can see it's 5 hours long. Attack it over several, weeks. I've managed to get 4 hours through here, so if you get further than that, you now know more about TKinter than I do. So I'll leave that with you if the things we've been working on so far, you need a refresher on them. Next up, Edabit. We've looked at this. This is where you should be cutting your teeth on programming. Some of us in the class started this year or didn't go the whole way through, and some of us that did could use a little bit of a refresher with our basic coding. Edabit is absolutely the place to go to do that. And so I will leave that in your capable hands. See if you can beat my score. I have not used this quite as much as I should have. 705. See if you can beat that. You've got time. Next one we've used in class, ThinkStir. And this is a really good one as well for those of you who weren't there for that lesson. It's going to give you some code, and it's going to ask you to put in the answer. So we'll go hello world. And submit that. And excellent, get points. This is really good to do it the other way, where you're trying to read code rather than write it. Yeah, it's a good one. So do that too if you're bored. And I'd also just like to show you guys this here. It is the computer science playlist from Crash Course. Now this is really, really cool. So far we've spent almost an entire term just looking at programming, which is such a small part of computing generally. So it's nice to have just a taster for some of those other areas, and it's nice and it's light and it's sometimes even entertaining. So go through, watch some of that, watch all of it. Great. That's it for us for the moment. If you have any questions, concerns, anything about how this is going to work going forward, flick me an email. I'll be sending out class emails soon. I'm going to be doing lots on the notebook soon. Keep your eyes peeled for that, and keep plugging away on your fundraising programs using TKinter. And if you've got any concerns about that, again, flick me an email and we'll work through the problems as we go. Excellent. That's all for now. Happy coding.